I am Luis Mangu. Thank you for joining us. There has been an increase in the number of children known to be out on the streets in the nation's capital.
In an attempt to address this issue, the National Office of Family and Child Services conducted a street kids awareness. 235 children were involved in the exercise, and 5 children were identified as being without homes. The third phase of addressing the issue of street children in Port Moresby has been completed. Social Services Representative Lucia Komatep said their focus is to reach out to parents and caretakers to take responsibility of their children.
So we made a call out to parents through the awareness to take full responsibilities of their children and to ensure that they're in school and not to roam around the streets of NCD there. So that was the main focus.
UNICEF consultant Bernadette Harrow thanked the committee.
To commend all of you. You went out on the streets and advocated. That is advocacy. That is what we call advocacy. Out on the streets, talking to the public, going to the homes, and processing 235 children. You've already reached 235 homes in the city. And that home partnership is so important. And I want to commend all of you for that.
She said street children are not invisible.
The street children are not invisible. They are resilient individuals with dreams, talents, and immense potential. UNICEF is proud to partner with the National Office for Child and Family Services in this endeavor. And together, we must aim to provide safe spaces and shelters where children can access care and support, ensure access to education, healthcare, psychosocial services, and legal aid, reunite children with their families where possible, or find alternative care arrangements and
National Office of Family and Child Services said their mission is to protect children. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Papua New Guinea women are encouraged to undergo cervical cancer screening and early treatment to prevent the infection from spreading.
Nurses Association President Frederick Kebai said his association supports the cervical cancer prevention screening program. He highlighted their support.
And we will be utilizing all our specialist nurses who are specialized in cervical cancer screening and testing and treatment throughout the country, and we will be funding this program.
He said they will ensure all female nurses throughout the country are screened before they roll out the program.
It's our community service to the public.
The association's vice president explained the process.
Cervical screening is not like we are screening only, it's a treatment also. There is a treatment which DFET, Australia DFET, which is a scholarship. They have initiated to check the cervix and then they are treating it. And then if they find anything of like cancer and all these things are there, and then we are referring to the doctors, oncologist doctors for the treatment, early treatment so that they can treat that cancer early.
It is also noted that the Nurses Association aims to purchase a cervical cancer screening machine at a cost of 50,000 kina for the program. According to World Health Organization, factors of cervical cancer include low screening rates and limited access to treatment. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Police Commissioner David Manning said the police will be doing a fortnightly update on law and order matters starting this week. Commissioner Manning announced that the police department will make it a priority to report law and order matters to citizens.
We envisage starting as of today and leading into our 50th independence celebrations, as well as beyond that, even up to our 2027 national elections, we will have regular. At this point in time, it's been suggested that we do fortnightly updates.
He said his department will inform the people of what police are doing and ensure everyone is involved in minimizing law and order issues.
Yeah. law and order challenges in rural settings. Whilst there are many similarities, but they do differ to our urban settings, or those who call our provincial centres and our national capital home. So we will continue with this line of effort in terms of having regular updates, and as I said, it'll be a fortnightly occurrence.
Commissioner Manning also gave an update on the police recruitment, stating that the recruitment process will be concluded 2 weeks from now. Commissioner Manning said the recruitment process of the upcoming courses of police training is progressing well and will be concluded in the coming weeks.
The first recruit course will commence mid-June, and this course will prioritise applicants from Southern and Mamasi. Again, it's just for purely a logistical reason. And the second recruit course will follow, and this will be will prioritise applicants from Highlands and the New Guinea Islands region.
He said a large number of applicants failed to pass for numerous reasons because the selection process was highly competitive.
A large number of applications failed to pass for numerous reasons, one being fraudulent or improper documentation, and a failure to perform on written examinations from what I understand, are principal reasons for unsuccessful applications to date.
Through the new online police application, earlier this year, Police Department received over 18,000 applicants. However, over 12,000 did not progress due to improper documentation. Mr. Manning said 4,016 applicants have proceeded to the shortlisting stages of the recruitment. Southern Islands provincial government announced school fee assistance of 2 million kina for its students from the province who are attending universities.
Governor Powys said the assistance will give students a chance to complete their studies in university. He said 2 million kina will cover for Southern Island students who are enrolled in 9 local universities across the country. Each student will receive 1,000 kina for this year.
Appropriated 2 million. That 2 million is being paid to the various schools, various universities. I expect the students to don't take these things for granted, but appreciate it and make the best out of it.
Mr. Powys said he will also allocate another 3 million kina for Southern Island students who are enrolled at Parul University in India.
Universities in Papua New Guinea, for some reason, these are young and energetic, dynamic group of people who've been thrown out in the system. So I'm picking that up, and I've appropriated money to give them second chance and opportunity to excel in life.
Southern Islands Provincial Administrator David Kelma backed the governor for the initiative.
The issue that we have in the province brought a lot of challenge to us, so that's why we did not continue the program. But going forward, starting from this year onwards, the provincial government and the administration, we are supportive to the students to support our.
Students from UPNG received 828,000 kina from the 2 million kina assistance. Southern Islands Student President Justice Moya said over 700 students will benefit.
Support us to supporting the universities of the province, and I thank you so much for the assistance.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken for for dinner? Yum!
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you.
And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
I know that every man, woman and child of our new nation shares this moment of pride and happiness.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
You're watching National EMTV News. There will be an increase in coffee production in Anga Province. Coffee Growers Cooperative Society have identified 12 coffee nurseries that will accommodate 20,000 seedlings.
Chairman of the society, Dan Naya, said the 12 coffee nursery sites were from Birip to Rakamanda in the Wabek rural local level government. He said they already started 4 nursery sites at Birip and Ayal Valley. Mr. Naya said the next 40 hectares of land for the nurseries will be set up this month. This year, there are plans to plant 24,000 coffee trees on 200 hectares of land. This will benefit more than 10,000 people in the coffee growing areas in the Ayal Valley and Middle Lai areas of the Wabek LLG. Lorraine Jimal, National EMTV News.
Southern Islands Province is set to roll out coffee seedlings project with aims to empower the people. Southern Islands Governor William Powi revealed this today.
Mr. Powi said the project was initiated by the provincial government and districts. This will see over 50 million seeds distributed across the province. The Ministry for Coffee will support this project.
Coffee seeds rollout, we are targeting up to 15 million seeds to roll out. I think it's to deal with relieving our people out of the bondage of poverty, empower them and engage them to meaningful coffee.
Mr. Powi said all stakeholders will be in Mendi next week to launch the project and the rollout will commence.
The Minister for Coffee, the Honorable William Bando, will be in Mendi, CIC will be in Mendi, and the whole administration plus the leadership of Southern Islands will be in Mendi to launch coffee seed.
Meanwhile, Provincial Administrator David Kelma has urged Southern Islanders not to be involved in politics but to support such projects.
In politics, you can talk about politics, but today, let's work together. Let's work with the governor, the 5 local MPs, the administration, and let's restore the province.
Mr. Powie said the initiative will be a game changer as it will boost cash flow. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
A history for the International Training Institute as it saw the highest number of graduates pass out today.
There were 430 graduates. The highest number was from the accounting class.
I co-founder Mr. Kumaran Sentinel to come to the front or stage.
ITI Chairman Senthil Kumaran said the institution helps students to get employment.
We hope to see more of the students working, and we also do try to help them with on-the-job training as well. Doesn't have a job, they can give a CV, so we will find an on-the-job training or a job placement, because companies do call us for students to be placed, and sometimes we have a shortage somewhere.
With the addition of 2 other courses, it will enable students to be entrepreneurs.
So the tourism and the SME is catered towards trying to push people either to, obviously, to work or start their own business. And with that, we are working with other organizations to help students also to live there. Like, for example, SMAC. We just signed an agreement for their lecturers to come and teach our students on as a small business, how to manage it and all that.
Mr. Kumaran said they also work with other organizations. ITI will introduce bachelor courses come 2026. Mr. Kumaran said a challenge they now face is accommodating students that come from other provinces. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
10 university graduates will be joining Okteri Mining Limited's Graduate Development Program this year.
Training and Development Manager Ian Strong said the company focuses on building young professionals. He highlighted human resource development as a priority. This year's graduates are from Unitech, UPNG and DWU. Mr. Strong said the graduates had maintained their GPAs throughout their studies and are being rewarded by securing spots in OTML's 2-year program. The programs include apprenticeship training, preferred area development, and industrial training program. Since the inception of the training program, OTML has trained apprentices, trainees, and students. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations started today with a float parade in the nation's capital.
With the nation anticipating to celebrate the Golden Jubilee come September, the National Capital District has started today with a float parade. All Asia-Pacific partners came together to celebrate their cultures, signifying the importance of PNG as a partner and an independent nation. The event is spearheaded by National Capital District Commission. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2444 US in the interbank market. At the Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2369 US, $0.3675 Australian dollars, 0.2039 euro, and 34.12 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copra closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
We launched its VPN,
politics,
To infiltrate into our systems.
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Secure your advertising today with MTV. Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
You're watching National MTV News. Moving to overseas news now. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese embarks on overseas trip since returning to office.
Yesterday, he met Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto in Jakarta in what was his first overseas trip since winning the federal election. There's expected to be a hive of diplomatic activity on the sidelines of the papal events in Rome, with the PM already flagging he'll meet Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and French President Emmanuel Macron. But it looks like he won't get a chance to meet US President Donald Trump, as JD Vance has been delegated to attend the event.
New South Wales police on a manhunt after 2 men were injured during an attack.
Police were called to Clyde in Western Sydney after a 54-year-old man was stabbed in the cheek and neck and a 36-year-old man was assaulted. Both have been taken to hospital suffering non-life-threatening injuries. New South Wales Police say the alleged offender is known to authorities.
The male is known to frequent Mount Pritchard and other areas in southwest Sydney. He was last tracked by our dog squad westbound towards Harris Park from James Roos Drive. This was obviously a violent offence that's occurred, so we do ask members of the public to be wary if they believe they see him and contact us not to approach him.
A doctor has detailed horrific experience on the attack on a hospital in southern Gaza.
I was just lying on the bed taking a rest, and then there was a series of very significant loud explosions, much more than the normal explosions. I got thrown off the bed, went on for a few moments. I think there were 6, 7, 8, 9 very, very intense explosions. Came outside immediately to the entrance to the hospital. There's a huge crater, 2 huge craters, a few people wounded lying there. Mayhem, people screaming, people running around. Came into the hospital to go and find my colleague in the intensive care unit, and damage within the hospital as well. Some of the walls have been damaged, some of the ceiling outside the operating theatre, bits of rubble around, cracks in the wall, water leaking from the ceilings, so damage inside the hospital as well as outside the hospital.
Court hears the Patterson trial in Australia.
The CCTV is from a South Gippsland tip, and it shows a driver rolling up in a red car and carrying an item into the shed. The court heard that item was later found by staff at the tip to be a food dehydrator. The prosecution alleges Ms Patterson dumped a dehydrator at a local tip in the days after the lunch. Yesterday, a mushroom expert who examined leftovers from the meal says she did not find any death cap mushrooms in the food. We also heard from an intensive care specialist who analysed Ms Patterson's health records. He was asked to shed light on Erin Patterson's health after the lunch. He said tests conducted after the lunch didn't show any sudden damage to her liver, but he said there was evidence of mild dehydration and an acute diarrheal illness. Erin Patterson has pleaded not guilty to all charges against her. Her defence says she did not intend to poison her guests. The trial continues.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Rukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
This May and June, Port Moresby comes alive with the historic Asia Pacific Month. A spectacular celebration of our shared heritage and unity. Join us as we honor 50 years of independence by celebrating the nations that helped shape PNG. From May 16 to June 21st, experience the cultures and stories of our Asia-Pacific family. Our nationhood was shaped by centuries of connection with our Asia-Pacific family. Now, we celebrate this history together. Taste the authentic cuisines, witness breathtaking performance, and explore our shared history, all in amazing Port Moresby. Don't miss the Asia Pacific Month, every weekend from May 16th to June 21st. Free entry for all. We work, we inspire, we celebrate.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
Is this the right approach to improve SOE performance? Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with the Institute of National Affairs Executive Director Paul Barker about some of the major reforms within the PNG economy.
You can gain the revenue for the state for the utilization of those resources, either through a taxation mechanism or through equity.
That's on Monday night.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Basketball returns with a purpose as all the players take the court. The Golden Jubilee Oldies Basketball Challenge is promoting health, teamwork and fun for players aged 40 and above.
The PNG Basketball Federation has kicked its pre-season Golden Oldies Basketball Challenge at the Sir John Guy Stadium. This is part of the program leading to the Golden Jubilee. Speaking to Trukai Sports yesterday, Lakwa Stingray's captain from Tubusera village, Nanai Hane, shared an insight to the importance of participating.
Okay, this is to encourage other people like us. Because some are very young, but when you look at them, like they are very old people now, because they cannot look after their health. So much drinking, and they do not do any sports activity. They just roam around the village. So we are trying to be a model to them, so they can see us and they can be part of this team. So we can put our hands together and come up with this initiative that we can create more people.
That team is Health is Wealth, promoting fitness. Organizers say this initiative is part of Basketball Federation's broader community engagement program. It is about beating lifestyle diseases and building self-esteem. The tournament will run till September. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
A major boost for PNG's Olympic hopes as IBS University signs a special memorandum of understanding today to support two Taekwondo athletes with overseas training for the 2026 and 2032 Olympic Games.
Institute of Business Studies is now sponsoring two Taekwondo athletes, Gibson Mara and Kevin Kasman. Founder of IBSU, Sam McNadis, explained the purpose of sponsorship.
So IBS University is going to sponsor them through a calculated, challenge or dream. We all must have dreams, and I have plenty of dreams. So by giving enough training to these two Olympians, when you represent an Olympic as the first time, although they won wild card, we had to leave that on. We had next time in 2028 Olympic competition, they should fairly and squarely must get elected as an eligible athlete to represent in Olympics.
Senade said both athletes have great talent. He believes they will shine in the next Olympics. Meanwhile, PNG Olympic Committee Secretary General Desmond Kaviagu said this support shows real belief in young champions.
Grateful to be here today to witness the MOU signing between the Kasman Club and in particular dedicated, now the keyword here is dedicated, Mbogolo, two gentlemen right here. And one thing we realized is, them CIMIC and through the foundation and IBSU, they've done great work throughout the years, sponsoring the Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee and Team PNG through the games. You're talking about the Pacific Mini Games, Pacific Games, Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games. 2 decades. Now that is a very long time. And this time we've been very strategic. So I'm very grateful that, CIMIC identified going forward, if we were to win one medal, that's going to be in Taekwondo. So that visionary thought behind, intentional being behind that.
Next month, the duo will train in China for 5 months, facing top athletes and preparing for upcoming Olympics. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Kasman Taekwondo Club is now stepping up with its 2 athletes selected by Institute of Business Study University for further training abroad.
Edward Kasman said this support is the first of its kind. He trained the 2 athletes from his home since the start. He further stressed on the athletes.
Sorry, when I came back into the sport in 2022. So they're really new to Taekwondo. 2023, Gibson came down from Goroka, stayed with us, slept on my veranda, We trained under my house. We said, we'll have a go. See how we go in the Pacific Games. He qualified, he made it, he went to the Pacific Games. He fought athletes that were well trained in the region. And Magilo Plesner, from here directly I'm going to Pacific Games. Same for Kevin. Kevin just started in 2023. Can you imagine that?
Edward said funding was always hard, but Gibson and Kevin had the passion. Meanwhile, Gibson shared how far he has come from home, training to this big opportunity.
Starting Taekwondo last, he gets up really quick for Taekwondo. That's why all PNG Taekwondo gets in a lot. So Mr. Wandemon, now Mr. There, now Mr. Ted.
Kevin also thanked his brother Edward for helping him become brave in Taekwondo.
All of my success would go back to this guy, Edward Kastner, my bigger brother. I have been bailed out of jail twice by him and put back into Taekwondo. He sees what I don't see in myself.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebasa din, ha? Yum!
This stuff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you.
And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Hey PNG, do you think you have what it takes to be the next star of MTV's Vocal Fusion?
And I told you when I'm gone, baby.
Well, it's back again and we're on the hunt for PNG's next biggest singing sensation. We're back with Vocal Fusion Season 12 and we can't wait to meet you. From the Highlands to the Islands, we're calling out to you. Meet us this May in Port Moresby for the auditions. It's Vocal Fusion Season 12.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Now moving to overseas sports. New South Wales has reclaimed the women's State of Origin seal after trashing Queensland 26-6 in Game 2 at the rain-soaked Sydney Football Stadium.
Heavy rain affected the playing surface with both sides struggling early, but the Blues bounced back to secure an unassailable 2-0 series lead. The Blues were up by 6 at half-time and scored 3 unanswered tries in the second half to run away with victory. Game 3 will be played in Newcastle.
Always someone that likes to do it all the way to the end, and I want to make sure that we get that last win. I think we're creating history and really showcasing how we play as the Blues, and it's taken a few years to get to that, but I think we're really, showcasing what we can do, and I want to make sure that we get that win on home soil in the Newcastle.
Australian golfer Vegas is happy about his first match results after past match upsets.
Davis fired 7 birdies and 2 bogeys in his opening round. He sits in a tie for second alongside Ryan Gerard, 2 shots behind Venezuelan Johnny Vegas. Vegas shot a 7-under par round of 64. Australian veteran Adam Scotty's 4 shots off the lead. US Masters champion Rory McIlroy struggled with a 3-over 74.
I haven't been having the best results on course lately over the last few months, and I've been working really hard to turn that around and to see the first real sign that it's turning around happen in the first round of a major. It's very encouraging, but yeah, I rolled a lot of putts that went in and kept the momentum going, and I feel like for a major, when you're playing a difficult golf course, if you can do that, you can keep things moving forward. So very happy with my work.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Is this the right approach to improve SOE performance? Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with the Institute of National Affairs Executive Director Paul Barker about some of the major reforms within the PNG economy.
You can gain the revenue for the state for the utilization of those resources either through a taxation mechanism or through equity.
That's on Monday night.
There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In southern region, Port Moresby City, some showers with possible thunderstorms. Daru, possible brief showers. Kerema, few showers. Alotau, partly cloudy. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Lae City, few showers with possible thunderstorms. Madang, few showers with possible thunderstorms. Wewak, some showers with possible thunderstorms. And Vanimo, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, possible brief showers. Kavieng, possible brief showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy. Kimbe, occasional rain showers with possible thunderstorms. And Buka, mostly fine. In the islands region, Mount Agin City, some showers and thunderstorms. Goroka, Bands and Kundiawa, some showers and thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, possible heavy rain showers with thunderstorms. Two small ships forecast. Waters of a southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island to Kerema to Yule Island to Wood Point to Samarai Island. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Millen Bay Islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of north of Cape Vogel to Owen Gulf to Finserfen. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Finserfen through Whittier Strait to CRC Island to Dampier Strait. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Long Island to Medang, to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG and Indonesian border. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And waters of New Ireland to New Britain Island and Bougainville. Seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. To ocean forecast, Coral Sea, sea slight, southeast winds of 10 to 50 knots. Solomon Sea, sea smooth to slight, northeast to southeast winds of 5 to 50 knots, tending northwest. Bismarck Sea, northeast to easterly winds of 5 to 50 knots, tending northwest. And Pacific Ocean, sea smooth, northeast to easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Friday, the 16th of May 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you